Season 2 kicks off with the discovery of this dead body in the parking lot at Merlotte's.
We find Miss Jeanette's body, who is the voodoo woman who gave me my mother the exorcism in season 1. Maryanne comes in and sort of offers to take Tara under her wing.
We know that Sam understands something about her that nobody else does.
Don't do that.
What I just did to you, I can do anytime, anywhere.
At the end of season 1, Bill is made to create a new vampire, a vampire called Jessica. Suki has no knowledge of what's happened with Jessica at this point.
Well, hi there. You must be Suki.
And she sees Jessica for the first time. She immediately thinks that Bill is having an affair.
Did you have sex with her?
No!
I get very upset one day because I see my parents on television. They think I've been kidnapped and they're trying to find me.
Suki, not really knowing just how badly this can go, feels sorry for Jessica when she asks to be taken back to her parents' house.
There's no sister. Jessica!
Bill comes in at the right moment.
Jessica, let him go!
Thank God you're here.
Shut up! At this point, he's incredibly angry with Suki for doing something so bold and so reckless.
Suki runs off into the night and has a run-in with somebody with very sharp claws.
We end up driving her to Fantasia where she's gonna get some help.
Dr. Ludwig comes and saves Suki.
You can give her blood now. Her body should accept it.
Mine is much stronger.
Eric has captured Lafayette because Lafayette is peddling vampire blood and is torturing Lafayette. Suki then comes to save him.
She then has to promise something to Eric, which is she will come and help him in Dallas to try and uncover the plot of what's happened to this character, Godric.
All this for a colleague. Why? Godric is my maker.
Eric and Godric have a very, very strong connection, and that's why Eric goes on that kind of journey to save Godric.
I, of course, go back to Merlotte's to ask Sam to give me my job back. Pam shows up.
Eric sent me with a request. You're back in business.
And, of course, I have to because they can kill me.
In the meantime, this girl, new waitress Daphne, shows up.
Let's close up early. I want to go to Tara's party. You going?
I don't think so.
I hope you change your mind.
I create this growing relationship with this character named Eggs Benedictali, whom I meet through Maryanne.
I see Daphne is there, so I kind of hang out with Daphne, and she leads me outside, and she turns into a deer right in front of me. The next day, we sneak out of work and turn into dogs and run around and have a great time. And then all of a sudden, these two people come out of the woods and grab me. And they lead me to this open space in the woods where this bizarre ritual is happening. And Andy shows up. I'm able to escape. And Maryanne, as the Maynard with her claws, is running after me. And I see an owl in the trees, and I'm able to turn into that owl and fly off.
While Jason is in jail, he is contacted by someone from the Fellowship of the Sun.
Jason would make a fine candidate for the Light of Day Institute.
The Newlands see talent in him, and maybe it's the type of talent that they feel like they can manipulate.
Now, you're either on the side of darkness or the side of light.
Steve Newland wants him to become part of this elite sort of fighting force called the Soldiers of the Sun. Jason is then moved into the Newlands house, and it causes a love triangle.
I'm supposed to be with you.
We have only just arrived at the airport when someone sent by the Fellowship of the Sun tries to abduct me.
There is a plot hatched in which she will go to the Fellowship of the Sun and pretend that she wants to be married in the church.
Unfortunately, they have been tipped off. They know who I am, and we end up being held hostage.
Jason eventually sees the error of his way and just how mad and pure evil this particular organization is.
You are going to hell. Whoa. And you are going there today.
Jason escapes. Sarah tracks me down. She sort of reveals to me at that point that she has also known that they've had my sister locked up there for some time now, and that compels him to action.
Eric calls Lorena, Bill's maker, in to kind of keep Bill out of the way.
Why am I here?
Bill has something I want.
He's human.
So just when I think things are getting really boring and I'm really just stuck in Dallas, I hear a knock on my door, and it's Hoyt. And we end up spending the whole night talking and kissing and just young, innocent love.
When we first arrive in Dallas, I meet a bellboy who is also a telepath. Ultimately, he ends up saving her life.
Please don't ignore me. This is a life or death situation.
Suki Stackhouse is in the basement of the Fellowship of the Sun Church. She's in some kind of trouble.
Eventually, Bill is able to get out of the room. He goes to the Fellowship of the Sun, and there is an all-out war.
Gulen!
It looks like there's gonna be this incredible vampire-human kind of massacre, and Godric stops that from happening.
Good people. Who of you is willing to die for this man's madness?
Oh, thank God. We go back to Godric's lair. Lorena has come to kill me.
Whilst Bill leaves the house to make sure Lorena leaves, a suicide bomber from the Fellowship of the Sun arrives.
I have a message for you all from Reverend Steve Newland. When the bomb goes off, Eric kind of covers Suki to protect her, and he takes the silver bullet.
Suck it up.
As soon as my blood is in her system, we have this connection, and he wants that connection with Suki.
Bill is furious. Godric has decided that he's gonna go voluntarily greet the sun.
It's pretty heartbreaking for Eric.
When Bill and Suki return to Bon Temps, they realize that something crazy is going on within town.
Are you all right?
Wait, where you going?
We gotta find Sam! Maryanne has basically turned the entire town into this sort of bacchanalian orgy.
I find Daphne in my freezer with her heart pulled out. I've been set up. They take me to jail, and I hear that Maryanne is coming, so I turn into a fly and escape.
I am really irritated.
And Sam is then kidnapped and taken by these frenziers. Jason sort of figures that this is why he did the training for this moment right here, right now.
Jason and Andy do this whole thing with light and sticks to make him look like he's the god who's come.
I smite thee, Sam
I disappear. Townspeople are kind of like, okay, we've done it. We've killed Sam.
We stay and we watch Hoyt's mom. She starts to get really crazy. I run up to her and I attack her. Luckily, Hoyt is able to just pull me off in the euphoria of feeding. Try and apologize, but he's so shocked and I think ashamed of me that he pulls his mom up and they leave.
What are you doing in my house?
Maryanne has taken over my house. She attacks me, and that's when I discover that I have a very special power.
What are you?
None of your business! Bill goes off to talk to a sort of special source of his, which turns out to be the Queen of Louisiana.
I need to know how to kill a Maynard.
She believes if she finds the perfect vessel, sacrifices and devours part of him, then her mad god will appear.
Suki and I, we go over to Maryanne's to rescue Tara. Where you been at? I was looking for you.
She has sort of orchestrated this large wedding between her and her god.
Maynard!
Bill shows up with Sam.
I have your sacrifice.
No, she'll kill him!
I offer him in exchange for Suki.
I take a knife to the heart. They distract Maryanne. Bill gives me his blood. I turn into the bull. Maryanne opens herself up to the bull.
As soon as Maryanne is gored, everyone snaps out of it, but they don't remember anything that's happened.
We're heroes to this town. What?
Eggs begs me to tell him what happened, and I look into his mind and I see that he's the one that's committed several of the sacrifices.
In the midst of Jason sort of celebrating, Andy is leaving and he's confronted by Eggs. He gets a little threatening toward Andy and I come out just at the point when it looks like he's about to kill Andy. Andy sort of ends up taking the rap and I've got to try and deal with the fact that I've just shot a man.
Jessica!
Hi.
You off to see Hoyt Fortenberg?
I actually have much more devious plans in mind.
When I show up at my adopted parents' house, they are very unwilling to give me the information about where my biological family is. But my father, he writes something down and gives it to me, and it's their address.
Having saved the town, Bill attempts a romantic gesture.
Miss Stackhouse, will you do me the honor of becoming my wife?
Suki freaks out. So I rush off to the bathroom to try to collect my thoughts. By the time I get back from the bathroom, having decided that of course I'm going to say yes, Bill has been quickly kidnapped, and I'm confronted with an empty restaurant, a turned over chair, and no Bill. And that's where the season ends.
Season 3 is coming up. It's gritty, it's raw, it's sexy.
And there's so many stories that come together brilliantly.
There's no way to predict anything that happens.
You have the werewolves and you have a vampire king who's badass.
Everything is happening to everybody.
It's crazier and wilder and, if possible, bloodier.
People are going to be jumping out of their seats.